Well, it was the worst kept secret, but it became official yesterday. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the 2025 NBA MVP. He had a nice speech. There was some emotion in it. It was kind of nice to see. Lou, you've been, now this is 2 seasons basically that you've been like, this dude's about to win an MVP. And it finally happened. The future, I don't know, could be any brighter for him. How are you feeling about all this?
I love it. I couldn't be more excited and proud of a player. You know, this is my rook, right? And a lot of times when guys come in the league and you have rookies, you see them grow and you start to see them develop and they go on with their careers with other teams, or, you know, if you're lucky enough to stick around with guys for a number of years, you see the maturity, you see the elevation. And with Shai, I saw it from day one. Like, he was always a player that was responsible, carried himself as a mature professional, he always had big aspirations. He always knew what his end game was. He never was confused about who he was and what his abilities were. So he put the work in. And that's one thing that I can say about him. From day one, this is a player, this is a guy that put the work in, always carried himself as an adult, and was just mature, just years and years ahead of his time. And you knew something special was gonna come out of that. Even though we had an opportunity to get Paul George in that trade, we were heartbroken about Shai leaving because you knew what his potential may be. Now, when you say what his potential may be, we thought he was going to be a really good player, all-star player. That's what we thought. MVP, not in my wildest dreams. Now, Shai, wow. I'm sure he had goals. I'm sure that's something that he saw on his vision board and he wanted to chase it. I didn't see MVP style. I didn't see that. But to see this come into fruition for somebody like him, who you saw it from day one, I couldn't be more happy for a guy. And I had to realize, seeing this, we were having a conversation yesterday, we're watching the changing of the guard. We're watching these guys turn into the LeBrons, the Kobes of our time. We're watching that now. All of these young superstars now, they are starting to put their imprint, their footprint on this game and where it's gonna go in the future. And SGA is gonna be one of many of these guys in that special class of players. So congratulations to him. Happy for him. This is one of many. He has an opportunity to go get a championship. Damn, what a year he could possibly have if he see all of these things through. So MVP is down. You could check that off your list. Now he got to go get another piece of hardware. So shout out to him and congratulations.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know him at all. I've never spent any time with him, but just from the outside looking in, you obviously see the stats, you see the team success, and he's been the best player on the best team all year long. And I think the MVPs are his. You can argue best player, whatever, it doesn't matter. Jokic, how great he is, Giannis, how great he is. This dude was the best player, the most consistent player, statistically the best player, and the #1 seed in the Western Conference. He deserves this. I don't even care about that. It's how this dude handles himself in the media. It's how he handles himself on the court. When they're down 20, up 20, he never changes. Like you said, he's so mature for his age. So if I'm looking at like a leader, a locker room guy, and the skill is already there, I don't know a better person, a better face of the league than this dude. Like, he's just responsible. Like, it makes me feel so immature and responsible listening to this dude talk.
Wow, that does it? That's what does it?
And I love it. I see a lot of
living.
I see a lot of Kobe influence on him, like the way that he speaks, the way that he articulates.
Very serious.
But again, this is a guy, if anything was wrong and we had a problem, he didn't want to go back and forth. He didn't want to chirp back at us. All right, let me fix it. That's hard to find.
Rookie,
that's hard to find as a rookie. Like, Rook, what happened with this? What happened with that? My bad, OG.
Yeah.
And he goes and fixes it. That is, in order for you to be a great leader, you got to learn how to follow first. And Shai was one of those guys. He understood, these are my OGs, I'm gonna follow these guys' lead. And now that he's that guy, you can see his personality all over the way that this team carries themselves. They do the interviews together. You never see these guys going back and forth in a negative way. They're enjoying the moment, they're in the moment. And I think a lot of that is because of his temperament and his personality.
And your guys' leadership clearly carried over, because think about what he does with the interviews. Think about him buying the whole team Rolex.
I was gonna say, how come no one here's done that?
What about the people that defended him?
technically,
I'm not the leader. I'm not the leader.
No one's won MVP up here yet.
We're in trouble. We're in trouble.
Fearless leader. I was gonna give you on the sweep, but they didn't sweep him.
Shut up. That's a bet. That's not a gift. It's not the same thing. No, but he's very. Let me ask you this, George. You're in it. You still have to play against him. Have you seen a noticeable change, an evolution in his game?
You know, I think when he popped up on the scene, you know, he was obviously super talented, right? And then he went through those tough years where they were trying to lose. He was kind of like a really good player.
Keep going, George. Don't
Just
mind.
ignore
What the heck is
him,
going on?
the leader.
But I think he's always been like a shifty, patient player. You know, he doesn't get rushed. He gets to his spots. He's, you know, someone that is just, you can count on to score points, get other people involved. He's just a constant and consistent. I watched an interview the other day, and they asked him, how can you be so consistent? He was like, my life is so consistent. Like, everything in my life is so consistent. I was like, that makes complete sense, because why not?
And, you know, a lot of times these guys get in front of cameras, us included, you know, and we may say anything to get reactions, right? No, everything is all real with this guy. Like, he has been consistent. I'm telling you, he's put the work in. I've seen him put countless hours of time in with Sam Cassell, who was our assistant at the time, who did a lot of groundwork with SGA, you know. They put the work in. This dude never shied away from being able to be in the gym and putting the work in. He had goals, he had aspirations, man, and like you said, his attitude, it's always been the same from day one. It's been a consistent. I wish I could find something new to talk about him, but he's literally a consistent person.
Even him coming off the court when they lost, smiling, like it doesn't. He's not affected by anything, good or bad. He's even keel. He stays the same exact person no matter what. And again, they've had a great year statistically, team success-wise. And now he's put his team in a position now to be the favorite to go and win a championship and kind of get over that hump. And the future is so bright. This team's not going anywhere. He's so young and they're so well put together with this. He's the face of this team, and this team is the face of the league for many, many years to come.
It's really cool to see, though, because he's really had to go through, like, pain, like getting traded and then having to go
Going
through
from
those.
LA to OKC.
I'm not going to comment
I'm
on
just saying that's a big, that's a drastic change.
It's a life change. And then actually having to, you know, go through those, you know, rebuilding years, and then now finally getting to bathe in that glory.
It's also his speeches were great, talking about his girl and
It
his
was like
kid was unbelievable. It
emotional.
was fantastic.
Very sensitive, by the way. And then the gifts. Let's go back to the gifts. I want you to be motivated by it. I want you to really like see something, have it resonate with you. Because it was like not just, he didn't just go in and be like, give me like 12 of these.
And they were nice ones.
It's like
We
a
need some
beautiful.
Shadurs.
Yeah.
These are good
For
ones.
the whole team,
Come on,
Chandler.
man. He's got different. He's got
For the whole
variety.
team, Chandler, we need some Shadurs.
Yeah. What's? Do you feel
New
anything?
name for the
This
whole
is
team.
videos-
We call them
Can I win an
Shadurs.
award before or no?
Life is your award.
Yeah, it's
You have won life.
was it.
Yeah, you won like best teammate award
Yeah,
or something, right?
I don't think so.
I love videos like this, by the way. And he's just sitting there
It's
like,
awesome.
God, that's so
great.
good. I love everything about it. But there is, let's just do the negative side of things. And Lou, you weren't here after game one. You were, but we wouldn't go into depth about it. The free throw merchant, like the things that have been being thrown about him. And I know there are a lot of stats out there. I'll tell you this, 29 former MVPs average more free throws per game than he does. But that is the big knock right now. So when you hear that, how do you respond?
I got an MVP. I don't care what you talking about. It worked out. It worked out for me. And me being a former free throw merchant myself.
Tricked you.
Yeah, I ain't trying to hear it. Like there are games inside of the game, right? Sometimes you can overdo it. Sometimes you may look a little crazy when you're going out and you're seeking that contact. But other than that, this is a skill. And it's a respect factor. You gotta, like, some of these guys that are free throw merchants, they can't. You have to be able to score the ball to even be in this conversation. Look at the guys that we talk about that draws contacts and shoot a lot of free throws. The James Hardens, the SGAs, the Lucas. These guys can go out and really, really score the basketball at a high clip. That is a compliment for me to be able to use your defense against you to go out there and do it. So. Whatever people feel about it, remember, in these 30s, he's scoring his basketball. There ain't no free throws in these clips. He's going out there and scoring that basketball. That is an added to it. And that's something that'll evolve for him as he sees that, you know, in games where he can go out and figure out a way to put another 8 to 10 points on his average just by using your aggression against you or finding contact, by all means do it. They just want him an MVP.
Yeah, all great scorers do this. Jalen Brunson does it. Luka does it. Jimmy Butler, like a bunch of...
D-Wade did it, no 6.
Everybody does it. And like those
lot.
numbers you just
You
said,
gotta have a bag to do it.
the other former MVPs have shot more free throws, have got to the free throw line more than him. So again, is it a little exhausting and watching free throws and ratings? And as a fan, sure, it's a little frustrating. But this is a skill. This is part of the game. And we just see those highlights, like Lou said, he gets to a spot, his mid-range is crazy, his finishing is crazy. Yeah, he gets 8 to 12 points a game on free throw lines, but also, it's on the scout report. Like, the defense has to do a better job.
That's fair
You have
too.
to keep your hands up. Like, you have to be able to guard this guy without fouling, and he makes that impossible, which that is a skill.
Well, from an emotional standpoint, it's like demoralizing when someone shoots free throws because it's like, oh my God, we finally got him to miss. Oh wait, it's a foul. He's shooting 2 free throws. So I understand the frustration part, but like Lou said, I mean, this guy can score without having to use the free throw line. It's just he's smart enough to use your aggression against you.
And when you feel like
does
he's
look
getting
crazy.
the whistle that you're not getting, it's probably infuriating.
But is that his fault? I mean, I feel like that. Then we need to figure
He
that out.
earned that, right?
Yeah, like
I mean,
it's-
that's
Earned it.
depending on who's calling what game. There's a lot of factors when it comes to that. We love lists. Who doesn't love a good list? Chandler, where we rank him right now amongst
SGA?
players in this league?
I mean, it's hard not to put him number 1 after the MVP, but
You
I
can
got him
do
number
whatever.
2. I think Jokic is the greatest player in the world. I think
Make it make sense.
that is clear. Again, he's not the best player on the best team, but if I'm ranking
But
players,
he's most necessary to his team.
If I'm ranking players going into next season, it's Jokic 1, SGA 2. And I don't even think that's I think 1 and 2 is more of a debate than 2 and 3.
No
He's-
shame
Who
in
is
my
3?
game. I got clear bias. He's the best player in the league. Nikola is going to be the second for me, but I'm going to keep saying it. I have clear bias, and if
I like it.
anybody has a problem with my bias, go to the numbers. He's the MVP. Simple and plain for me.
I don't know. It's tough for me to, put SGA in front of Jokic. I mean, Jokic averaged a triple-double and was still brought this team to Game 7 against SGA. So SGA is easily in the top 2 conversation.
I mean, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Not a bad place to live.
That's
by
all
the
you
way.
got, George?
That's all. No hot takes.
Yeah,
from me.
he's not 3.
Because I actually have to
He
get
has
out there
to-
and defend
I know,
these
he still
guys.
has to go out there.
And I'm not a guy
Unless
that's
you
in the
retire.
corner. They're like, bring that guy up
retire.
here. So SGA, you're a phenomenal dude. Listen, I'll
That's
watch
not what you
from
said
afar.
off camera.
No, it's not at all, actually. You guys know how I have felt about the world versus the U.S. I am Team Globe. I love the idea that the world is going to kick our heinies, and here we go. 7th straight year, an international player has won MVP. Yay, world! Anybody else mad about that, or have we lost this game?
I think it's great for the game. I'm not one of those people that looks at it in the lens that a lot of people do. I think this is great for the game. It's a global game. It's growing. It makes it better for everybody. I don't care.
Chandler's our super patriot. How are you feeling?
I think the talent is
If
great.
it turns into the 51st state, is that still American though?
I think the talent
Too soon, George.
is great. I think the European, look at the MVPs. Now you got guys
7.
like Giannis and Wemby and Jokic and Luka. There is so much talent from the outside world that are coming in. That's great. It's great for the NBA. It's great for everything. Now I think still, watch the Olympics. The USA is still the best basketball in the world.
Look at you.
EuroLeague's not even close. The NBA is the greatest league in the world. The most talented guys in the world come from America. And yes, they're making a real push. And there's
7 years, dude.
5 of the top 7, 8 guys rankings right now are European or not from America. So it's a debate, but I got Team USA, which we just won gold. So how do we not?
Not if it's Team World. Team World's
This
kicking.
could form something good. Maybe All-Star Weekend you do World against
right.
USA.
More than
Hey,
anything.
It'd be a great game.
By the way, if we have to look ahead, who is the next American to win this MVP award? Can you even guess?
Young man from Atlanta.
Anthony Edwards,
Ant-Man.
Jalen Brunson,
Anthony
maybe
Edwards.
Jalen Brown, with Tatum out if the Celtics
No,
don't
I
like
don't
it.
know. I don't know anymore.
Jalen Brunson probably.
Ant Edwards is my vote.
You think Edwards before Brunson?
Me
I mean,
personally.
a lot's on the line at this point for both
Probably
of them.
one of those two.
Me personally.
But it doesn't
I would
sound.
say Tatum, but now he's out.
Yeah, no, you're right, because he's usually in that top 3
But
conversation.
it'll be one of the 2 guys. I think it'll be either Brunson or Edwards, but, Ant-Man will get my vote.
Yeah, because both those teams are not going anywhere right
but that gets tough because SGA just won his first one, and it doesn't look like he's slowing down.
That's
anytime
true. We might just be in
they're,
a
and they're
Jokic.
also going to be
We
really
might be-
good.
Yeah,
exactly,
we might be
so-
watching a great rivalry spawn right now with
Because the Thunder are going to be a top 2 or 3 seed for the next foreseeable future.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
All kidding aside,
Yeah.
if it really was Team World versus Team USA, if we got our wishes for the All-Star game, how do you feel? How confident are
This
you?
guy is full-blown American.
Oh, he's
It's
wearing
tough,
underpants that have flames.
It's tough though. If you
Underpants?
think of the world, first of all, do we get Joel?
Yes. he
Yeah,
played for
actually,
Team USA.
you can have Joel. I don't care.
So then you're looking at a Luka, SGA,
Okay.
Giannis, Wemby,
Wemby.
and Jokic. That's a really good starting 5.
How do you
And I
feel
think
though?
on the American
Our
side,
bench would destroy them.
yeah, on the USA side, we're in a bit of a rebrand. All of the guys that we were if I just yelled out KD, Steph Curry, and LeBron James,
I yell out old.
I could stop there, but you're also going to yell out, oh,
Yep.
we're in a bit of a rebrand. Now we're having some of our guys they're being brought up through the ranks right now.
It's changing in the guard right now.
Yeah, let's
So
have
it's a good time to have this
let's
game.
Have
This is a
let's
good
have this
time.
conversation in a year or 2. I give it 3, and we'll be right back in this conversation.
Yeah, because now again, Anthony Davis, James Harden, Kawhi Leonard, these
What about
guys
Cade
are
Cunningham?
these guys are-
Old.
Cade Cunningham is going to be on. Jaylen Brown will be on there.
Brown's a big one.
You know, I mean, we still
feel good.
But if we had the game this year, I still think we put these older guys on it, and I
just
still
don't
think we
think so.
win.
Yeah.
Really?
I really don't.
I mean, come on. I know you watched the Olympics. Like, you saw
You don't
those.
know that, but yes, I did.
I would assume you're a sports nut. But when you saw that, like, you saw how Steph, KD, LeBron took
Sure.
over, and there was like.
But they're also going
overpower.
against the great international players that's also diluted by some of their countrymen.
It's a team sport. Come on, we can't just throw people
But
together.
I'm saying
and think
this
that's gonna
team is
work.
going to be the great international players all on one team.
So
we don't have
But
dilution.
I
We just
also
have
think
them.
they don't have that. They don't have that necessary sense of pride when you just say world. These guys.
How could you
have-
not? To take down America? Have you seen
Yeah,
Rocky?
well, I mean, but that's for your.
Like, this is everything. It's like,
Get a word in.
I mean,
But
I'm so
that's
excited.
That's for their individual countries, though. When we're supposed to represent the world collectively, I don't care what y'all got going on.
I would
I don't
love
really
this.
care. I don't know if Canada cares about.
Canada
Slovenia.
cares right now.
I do think
Canada
it would be
cares.
the most competitive, like, All-Star Weekend situation that we could build, where it is those names we just named against the Americans.
My
But
gosh.
again, I don't know how hard are they going to compete. Like, are they going to really care? Like, you know what
I wouldn't mind
Yes.
seeing it though.
It
we
would
should
be the
try
greatest.
it. I mean, it's better
We're trying
than what-
everything else.
Better than the product we're putting out there now,
Yeah, we're
especially
trying
All-Star
everything
Weekend.
else.
It's my biggest hope and dream, honestly. Like, I just want to see it once to see what it looks like, especially now that everybody's so great internationally. All right, we're going to take a quick break. More Run It Back on the other side.
Run it up, then run it back.